JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, taxi operator gunned down in Clarendon. A taxi operator of Savannah Cross, Clarendon, is the latest victim of gun violence in the Central Parish. The deceased has been identified as 36-year-old Jermaine Patterson, otherwise called Twilly, who was shot and killed by unknown assailants in his community last night. Reports from the Maple Police are that about 9 p.m., Patterson was outside a business establishment eating when armed men pounced upon him and demanded his vehicle. It is alleged that Patterson entered the vehicle and attempted to drive away when he was shot in the head. He was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. American dies in Negril bike crash. An American woman's Christmas visit with her Jamaican relatives was cut short when she died in a motorcycle crash in Negril on Monday night. She has been identified as 46-year-old Erica Wedderburn from Oregon, USA. According to the police, Wedderburn was heading from the Negril Town Center towards Le Mirage Hotel when she lost control of the motorcycle she was driving and crashed into a section of the hotel's wall. She received head and facial injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene of the crash. Inspector Gregory Hall, head of the Westmoreland Traffic and Town Enforcement Unit, is encouraging motorists to be extra careful during the holidays. In this season, there's always an uptick in the number of accidents. I beseech road users to be cautious, he said. M16 rifle seized in Riverton City police operation. The police arrested 7 men in an operation in Riverton City, Kingston 11 today in connection with the siege of an M16 rifle and scores of rounds of ammunition. The operation, which was led by the Specialized Operations Branch, got underway about 10:45 a.m. The M16 rifle and 51 5.56 rounds of ammunition were seized during a search of a premises on Trelawney Avenue in the community. Police stated that the identities of the men arrested are being withheld as detectives continue their investigation. Shotgun and ammunition seized in Gregory Park. The police have seized a Remington shotgun along with 6 12-gauge cartridges this morning as they intensified the operational activities in and around the troubled Gregory Park community in St. Catherine. The shotgun and ammunition were recovered in an operation in the Walkers Avenue area. No arrests were made. The operational activities will continue throughout the Yuletide season as we seek to restore order to Gregory Park and the surrounding communities. We appeal to law-abiding citizens to cooperate with members of the security forces despite minor inconveniences some may experience during the increased operational activities in the area, said Superintendent Upton Nicholson, Operations Officer for the St. Catherine South Police Division. A curfew is currently imposed in sections of the violence-plagued community of Gregory Park. It was implemented after the headless body of an unidentified man was found in an area known as Mexico in the community on Saturday. Residents fear bloody Christmas after a popular tailor was killed. The gruesome murder of 50-year-old Winston Ellis yesterday afternoon has completely banished hopes of a Merry Christmas in central Kingston, according to several residents. Ellis, a well-known tailor, was shot multiple times in the upper body when armed men on foot barged into his residence along Fleet Street sometime around 2:50 p.m. The perpetrators escaped along Fleet Street, discharging their guns as they ran. Ellis's murder is suspected to be a reprisal for the double murder of Mario Myers, 30, and Carlington Williams, 32, both of central Kingston addresses on Sunday morning. According to one resident who is ready to flee, there are fears that Ellis's murder, the 72nd in the division since January, will trigger ruthless gun activity during the Yuletide season. See, I mean, if you tell us not even the innocent not safe in this war, you mean to say after what COVID did to us last year in Christmas with the lockdowns, and the stupid gang war going to mash up the little excitement where we want? People tired of this now, man. It's full time something drastic happened, the resident said. Another resident said that she was with Ellis merely 10 minutes before his death. But just come out time shop for go look on the dress and me give him for stitch for me. And as me outside a bun a spliff on the sidewalk. Me hear the bag of gunshot there, me coming like a movie where they are going assault right now, she said. A family friend described him as a community hero who did not deserve to die in such a manner. Everybody love him, although him expensive. I him everybody go to do up them clothes. Him dead without a child or a woman. I do not deserve to die like this at all. Him is a loving and kind man, she said. A senior cop at the Central Kingston Police Station said they are currently exploring several theories. Suspect identified in Bestman's killing. Head of the St. Catherine North Police Division, Superintendent Howard Chambers, has confirmed that a suspect has been identified and is being pursued in connection with the fatal stabbing of a man preparing to enter a church to perform bestman duties. The incident took place on Main Street in Newton, St. Catherine on December 11. The deceased is 27-year-old Romario Mitchell, who is also known as Piggy, from Wakefield District near Linstead in St. Catherine. A member of the bereaved family said Mitchell was working in St. James, but had left there to carry out bestman duties at his childhood friend's wedding. The friend went on to get married moments after the stabbing outside King's Chapel Apostolic Church. According to sources, Mitchell arrived at the church but left to do a transaction across the road. One of the places he visited was the supermarket, where he purchased something to drink. When he exited the supermarket and was heading back into the churchyard, a man allegedly attacked him from behind and stabbed him. Alleged witnesses said there were no dispute at the spot where the attack happened. However, Superintendent Chambers said it appears the late Mitchell and the suspect had an argument elsewhere in Newton moments before the attack. From what we gather, it is out of an argument by the suspect and the deceased at the gas station or at the supermarket, and the suspect would have, after that, got a knife and ran down the deceased and stabbed him. So everything happened within the same space, Superintendent Chambers said. Warrants issued for American women on cocaine rap. The St. James Parish Court has issued bench warrants for the arrest of 2 American women who failed to show up in court last Thursday to continue their matter after previously being granted bail in the sum of $1 million each on cocaine charges. Presiding Parish Judge Keisha Grant issued the warrants after hearing that Regina West-Thompson and Simone Bolden, against whom stop orders had been imposed, had absconded. The surety said that the day the bail was being processed, she saw the persons packing up, so now the surety will have to pay that cost, said the obviously displeased magistrate. Under Section 15 of the Bail Act, a person who absconds while on bail for an offence can be fined up to $500,000 or sentenced to 2 years imprisonment if convicted. Section 16 of the Act also empowers the court to issue a warrant for the arrest of a person who, having been granted bail, fails to surrender into custody at the appointed time. West-Thompson 42 and Bolden 20, who are of California addresses in the United States, were charged with possession of, dealing in and attempting to export cocaine after they had been held with a combined 9 pounds of cocaine in June. They had been offered bail on July 20. During the women's first court appearance on July 7, Judge Sasha Ashley rejected defense lawyer Henry McCurdy's initial attempts to apply for bail on their behalf. The next date, July 16, was set to allow time for further consideration for bail, as well as to allow West-Thompson to seek medical aid. However, the July 16 bail hearing was put off to July 20 due to further concerns regarding West-Thompson's health. When bail was finally granted on July 20, in addition to the stop orders, the women were placed under a curfew order, restricting them to their designated place of residence between 2 p.m. and 8 a.m. daily. They were also ordered to report daily to the Barrytown police station. The allegations are that on Wednesday, June 30, at 8 a.m., West-Thompson and Bolden were preparing to board a flight at the Kingston International Airport in Montego Bay when a search team discovered cocaine valued at 6.7 million Jamaican dollars. They were arrested and charged. TravelPal safety app available for download Wednesday. As of Wednesday, December 22, commuters will be able to access the Transport Authority's TravelPal application to make their public transport safer. The security mechanism will enable the public to use their mobile devices to scan the registration plates of units used as public passenger vehicles, PPV, to verify if they are licensed by the authority. Transport and Mining Minister Robert Montague said that the app, which was developed for $2.3 million, is intended to equip users of the public transport system with the tools to protect themselves. We are urging persons to download the app. You now have a weapon. You can now become part of the force for good, he said at the launch on Monday at the ministry's halfway tree offices in Kingston. Minister Montague said the app will have a panic feature linked to the Police 119 system. A release added that a memorandum of understanding is to be signed with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF. The document is now under review. Managing Director of the TA, Willard Hilton, said the development of the TravelPal app gives commuters instant access to a high-tech travel assistant right at their fingertips that will support their decision-making by selecting public transportation that is safe and reliable. It is important to us that our passengers are aware of the difference between a legal operator and an illegal one. For this reason, the TA has partnered with the Amber Group and the JCF to ensure that our commuters are empowered and equipped with the right information by connecting them with the requisite tools that will help them to make wise choices in their selection of licensed public passenger vehicles, he said. The TA is pleased to participate in the development and execution of the TravelPal app, which we believe will revolutionize the transportation sector to one that is reliable, orderly, and also safe, Hilton added. The app was developed by Amber Solutions and supported by eGov Jamaica Limited, and it will be available for download. Jamaica records 38 new COVID-19 cases, 1 death. Jamaica on Monday reported 38 new cases of COVID-19 and 1 virus-related death. This brings the total number of confirmed cases recorded on the island since the start of the pandemic to 92,127 and the death toll to 2,450. Of the newly reported cases, there were 22 females and 16 males with ages ranging from 2 years to 90 years. The cases were recorded in St. James 7, St. Mary 7, Kingston and St. Andrew 6, St. Thomas 5, Manchester 4, St. Elizabeth 3, Clarendon 1, Hanover 1, Portland 1, St. Anne 1, St. Catherine 1, and Trelawney 1. Meanwhile, the latest victim is a 79-year-old male from St. Mary. The country also recorded 296 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 64,300. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.